Throughout history, some of the most chilling minds have hidden behind a mask of genius. Today, we explore the dark brilliance of Perfume, the Story of a Murderer, a novel that dives deep into obsession, genius, and the terrifying power of the unseen. The story of Grenouille. Our story begins in the filthy streets of 18th century Paris. But Grenouille was different. He possessed a supernatural gift, an almost inhuman sense of smell. He could detect the subtlest of scents, trace a person by the faint perfume of their skin, smell emotions like fear, lust, rage, even when no one else could. But Grenouille himself was a paradox. Despite his powerful nose, he had no scent of his own. This absence of smell made him invisible to others, unnoticeable, alien, and it fed into his growing resentment and his obsession. The birth of an obsession. For Grenouille, scent wasn't just a sense, it was everything. He came to believe that true power, true love, true control came from mastering the invisible world of scent. One day he encounters a young girl with a smell so pure, so exquisite, that it ignites a terrifying desire inside him. Not lust, not love, something more primal, the urge to possess her essence, forever. He murders her, not out of hatred, not out of rage, but out of the twisted need to capture her scent before it could vanish. And from that moment, Grenouille's path is set to create the ultimate perfume, a fragrance so intoxicating it would give him absolute power over all who encountered it. The psychology of Grenouille. But who or what is Jean-Baptiste Grenouille? Psychologists and scholars have long debated his character. Some label him a psychopath, utterly lacking empathy, treating human lives as mere raw materials. Others see him as a symbol of societal rejection, a creature molded by cruelty and isolation. Without his own scent, Grenouille lacks an identity. He is an invisible man, unnoticed, unloved, unremembered. And in trying to create the perfect perfume, he isn't just crafting a fragrance, he is trying to manufacture humanity for himself, to make the world love him through deception. It's a horrifying metaphor. How much of human connection is real and how much is just an illusion? The murders for the perfect perfume. Grenouille's ambition takes him down a chilling path of murder. To create his perfect scent, he needs raw materials, the scents of beautiful young women. One by one, they begin to disappear from the town of grass. Their deaths are silent, their bodies are untouched, but stripped of something intangible. Fear grips the town, but Grenouille moves unseen, harvesting innocence, bottling beauty. Each murder brings him closer to his goal, a perfume that can command love, obedience, worship. And when he finally completes it, the results are beyond anything he could have imagined. With his perfume finished, Grenouille becomes a god among men. When he unveils it, a frenzied mass orgy erupts among the townspeople, triggered solely by the fragrance he wears. Men and women alike fall to their knees in adoration, believing Grenouille to be a divine being. He could have ruled the world if he wished, commanded kings, led armies. But Grenouille ironically feels nothing. The love he engineered was hollow, synthetic. It could never fill the vast emptiness inside him. Grenouille's end. In the end, Grenouille's story comes full circle. He returns to Paris, to the place of his birth, to the filth and the stench from which he emerged. There he pours the last of his perfect perfume onto himself, and allows a crowd of beggars to consume him alive, believing he is an angel. He dies not as a man, not as a monster, but as a myth, loved by strangers who never knew him, and who would forget him as soon as the scent faded. Perfume. The story of a murderer is more than just a horror story. This is a meditation on the nature of identity, the illusion of love, and the terrifying power of manipulation. Grenouille is a monster, not because he was born evil, but because he was born invisible, unloved, and forgotten. His story, forces us to confront an unsettling question. When society fails to recognize someone's humanity, what do they become? Thank you for diving deep into the disturbing genius of Perfume with us. If you're fascinated by the darkest corners of human psychology, literature, and crime, subscribe and join us for more stories that unveil the mysteries of human nature.